Alright, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here. As y'all see the thumbnail, y'all read the title under the thumbnail. Yeah, man, today's video is dealing with you guys, or should I say the PRE ops, who happen to be Yo Gotti, his brother Big Jook, and they little guard dog Blac Youngsta. So it looked like your boy Yo Gotti doing everything in his power to stay distant from his brother Big Jook and they little guard dog Blac Youngsta. The reason being because the word is spreading all across Memphis at this point, and that's dealing with Big Jook and Blac Youngsta had their hands in setting up Young Dolph at the cookie shop. Yeah, man, it ain't only dealing with when GroveHero came out and said something. Now, when GroveHero spoke on it, a lot of people had questions, because they knew that GroveHero was tied to both sides. They knew that GroveHero had worked with CMG and he worked with PRE. But at the same time, like I told y'all before, Young Dolph, he ain't never stopped GroveHero money. If he wanted to work with CMG, Young Dolph would tell that man, go and make your money. But on the flip side, when Big Jook got word that GroveHero was working with PRE again, he told him, don't come back over here. They had a little back and forth. Next thing you know, GroveHero, he get a word that Big Jook put about 40 G's on it. And at the same time, this is something that we all familiar with, especially with those who've been paying attention to the PRE and CMG back and forth. Again, those guys, they've been going back and forth for about 10 years now. Even before Blac Youngsta got signed to CMG, Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook, they was going at Young Dolph. Because we all know Young Dolph, he didn't want to sign to CMG. So right there, Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook, they automatically looked at Young Dolph as competition. Now Young Dolph, he ain't had no problem with it. But at the same time, he knew what they was doing. Big Jook, he would hire young dudes to go at Young Dolph and the different PRE affiliates. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this was before Yo Gotti signed Blac Youngsta to CMG. The 2017 incident came around. Y'all know the 100 shots. See, right there, a lot of people knew Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook, they was really trying to take out Young Dolph. Y'all gotta understand, ever since 2017, CMG and their heavy camp affiliates been trying to take out Young Dolph. So we talking about for 4 years straight, they've been hiring guys to go at different paper route artists, steal their chains. We talking about from JoJo Splat to Straight Drop, Devin Burns, Shondell Barnett, Jamarcus Johnson. Come on, man, the list goes on, pertaining to Big Jook trying to do everything in his power to bring down Young Dolph and PRE. Like I told y'all, man, it never worked because Young Dolph, he made sure he stayed in the lab. So while Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook was trying to go at Young Dolph, he was sitting back getting better with his craft. But at the same time, I'm not trying to defend Young Dolph. He was his own man. But what I am defending is older guys hiring young cats to carry out their criminal activity. And I'm talking about Yo Gotti brother Big Jook, man. See, Young Dolph, he never engaged in that. He would never hire some young dudes for them to do something that would land them in jail. Young Dolph, he didn't play games with their lives like that. We can't say the same thing for Blac Youngsta or Big Jook. We already know Blac Youngsta, he done did a lot of goofy things. And one of them was pulling up to Castay asking for Young Dolph. While he got the burners out in broad daylight, you got lil ones running around. And here he is, Blac Youngsta, hopping out the whip with a bunch of bloods, asking for Young Dolph. Come on, man. Young Dolph, he'll never do nothing like that. You feel me? Because like I stated before, he made sure that the work spoke for itself. Before we get into it, as always, let's first pay our respects and say rest in peace to Young Dolph, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. See, again, even my folks in Dolph land, they know the real deal, man. They know that Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook got family on the department, and they the ones that was keeping a lot of information under wraps, so Big Jook or Blac Youngsta names won't get thrown out there. Hey, but like I told y'all, man, GroveHero, once GroveHero stated that Big Jook had about 40 G's on him, and not only that, there are some people talking. Y'all gotta understand, GroveHero, he know the same people that Big Jook knows. So what I'm saying is, the same young cats that Big Jook hired to carry out the play on setting up Young Dolph, those was the same young dudes who was going back talking. And going back to let people know like, yeah, Blac Youngsta and Big Jook, they finally got it done. So that's when GroveHero heard Big Jook had 40 G's on him. And he didn't only have 40 G's on him. It's also word that the whole play dealing with Young Dolph setup was worth about $500,000, man. I told y'all, man, there was a lot of people involved. A lot of people had to get paid off to watch Young Dolph every day, see where he going, See how long he gonna be in a recording studio? You understand? What I'm saying is, to watch somebody like Young Dolph, a very successful businessman, he got a lot of things he gotta do during the day. So again, that means there have to be eyes on him at all times. Some of those eyes did come from Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jook, whose family on the department. So what I'm saying is, you had some people on the department that was watching Young Dolph as well. So yeah, now they got their family off the department. Now y'all getting more information that's coming out. You feel me?
Yeah, folks tried to inform y'all a long time ago. Lil Migo, he put his foot in his own mouth when he stated he got lawyer fees and bond money for Cornelius Smith, literally the next day after Young Dolph was set up at the cookie shop. So Lil Migo was basically telling us Cornelius Smith will be compensated for his services, which was tied to setting up Paper Route Frank. We knew then Cornelius Smith wasn't the only one allegedly getting paid. There were others. Some work at Makita's Monster Cookies and some work on the department. But what we do factually know is Young Dolph's setup was a whole chess play that involved at least 12 characters, and everyone paid had a specific role to carry out the play made on Young Dolph. I mean, come on, man. The more I talk about it, the more I become aware how much Big Jook and Blac Youngsta actually despise Young Dolph. With that, I believe they wanted us to know that they had their hands in the cookie jar. I mean, just look at their actions, especially Blac Youngsta's. After Young Dolph's untimely demise, CMG and Heavy Camp affiliates were going in dissing Flipper and Paper Route artists. And y'all seen it. The only one who said, I'm trying to make money, not create beef, was Moneybagg Yo. Y'all know how many times Moneybagg Yo got into it with Finesse 2 times, Yo Gotti, Blac Youngsta, and Big Jook for not dissing Young Dolph? Y'all see Moneybagg Yo, he wasn't a follower. He knew where his loyalty lies and what his focus was on. And with that, he wouldn't let no one take his eyes off the prize. And that's something that Dolph had taught him. You gotta let your work speak for itself. But y'all see today, everybody wanna have ops. I couldn't tell y'all why. Most people are not even really prepared to have ops. But what I do know is, you can't be so arrogant to the point you feel you can judge or gauge the actions of your ops. I mean, because you never know. You never know what their boundaries may be. You never know what they're bound to do. I mean, just look at what happened. Not only with Young Dolph, but King Von, Draco the Ruler, FBG Duck, or anyone else in the industry sent up behind some street/rap beef. I mean, like they say, the game is cold, but it's fair. That's why you stay away from guys that's willing to fold like a chair. Because it's easy getting into trouble, but it's harder getting out. And that's something that I want the young people to understand. Y'all think because the amount of attention that you get for claiming you got ops is making you popular? Nah, man. People are really just waiting on the sidelines till you basically get sent up, because they know that's what's gonna happen. Especially if you promoting what you gonna do to your ops, how you gonna catch them, all these things, right? People gotta understand, your ops have family. Your ops have people that's affiliated to them. So when you're talking about that one person, you actually talking about a bunch of people that's connected to them. So what I'm saying is, it's not just your ops that's waiting to get their hands on you. It's other people that's affiliated with them. You feel me? And that's why I say some people are not really even prepared to have ops. They just talking. Because for some reason, that became popular. And a lot of people don't even understand how that's affecting the youth. Because like I stated, man, when the older generation puts something down, the younger generation pick it right up. And mostly everything they pick up from the older generation are not to their benefit. It's really just a fast race until they untimely demise. And it's messed up, the mentality that we have, where we would rather follow things that's harming us than pay attention to the things that we know will benefit us. And I believe that's something that we all have to be aware of. Because for so much to go into setting up Young Dolph, it just doesn't make sense. Because that same energy could have been put to something more beneficial for the whole city of Memphis. Now, folks never said that Dolph was a saint. But at the same time, it's still funny how many people is defending CMG and Heavy Camp. No one is documented and reported all the times they was going at Young Dolph and PRE. Everybody who on CMG and Heavy Camp nuts, they ignoring all that. And it's funny because again, we trying to tell y'all all the things that transpired that led to Young Dolph untimely demise. And y'all ignoring it. For what? Because y'all like Yo Gotti or Blac Youngsta? Man, it's just funny how I list all the people that's connected into trying to bring down Young Dolph and PRE, and y'all know they're affiliated to CMG and Heavy Camp, but y'all ignoring it. So everybody in my comments saying that, nah man, Blac Youngsta or Big Jook had nothing to do with it. Hey man, y'all can go back over there defending CMG with all that. Because again, the folks in Dolphland know, man. The folks in Dolphland, they know the real deal.
But hey, we got more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.